Hey everyone, I'm so excited the contact update is finally here. These new blocks look incredible. I got a quick look at them as I was setting this up, and I can't wait to dive deeper and explore each one of them with you. I do wish I had built a bigger warehouse. This was a really tight fit. The first block we're going to be checking out is the Gatling Turret Type 2. Gatling Turret definitely needed an update, and while this maintains the same square bottom, it's a much more sleek design that I'm in love with. I'm going to be replacing all my current Gatling turrets with this. Next we have the Rocket Turret Type 2. Similar approach with the new Gatling turret. I'm also loving this new design. The little details in all these new blocks is just done so well. If I used rocket turrets, I would be replacing them with this model. These next blocks have been needed in small grid for a long time. A 5-piece kitchen set. First we start with a cute little fridge, which does open. A very nice compact oven, and a coffee station. We also get an adorable little sink and a microwave. These blocks are going to give that great lived-in feeling to a lot of small grid builds. The next block has also really been lacking for small grid. Finally a bed. This new floodlight set comes with 10 blocks, 6 small grid and 4 large grid versions. This update is going to be the refit update, going back and replacing old builds with these new blocks. Next we have a first aid cabinet, which does open, just not with build vision like I thought it would for some reason. This next one is a tiny little media player for blasting my music while flying through space. I didn't know I needed a square piston, another great design, and the piston head laying next to it. This is the small grid version of the parabolic antenna, which you use to hear ghosts or something. Now onto the block many have been hyped for, the flush cockpit, which you have to subscribe to the newsletter to get in game. Such a wonderful design and good conveyor connections. 2 small ports on the back, 1 on either side, a small on the front and a large conveyor port on the bottom. I really look forward to using this in my builds. This is called the modular cargo container. Honestly, I don't know what I think of it. It looks nice, but I'm not overly excited about it. They added 6 new bay window variations. These are the 2 small grid versions. And these inset connectors are probably going to replace everyone's regular connectors. Who is even going to use the normal ones anymore? Just look how good these look. Now onto some Prototech blocks. This first one is a small grid version of the new Prototech thruster. It seems to be an upgraded ion thruster that performs best in 0G. These new Prototech batteries look amazing. Definitely going to be incorporating them into some builds. And this Prototech gyroscope, I could stare at it for hours. This is the Prototech Small Grid Refinery. Yes, you heard that right. Small Grid Refinery. And another block that I've been hyped for is the Prototech Small Grid Jump Drive. The insane possibilities this opens up is exciting to say the least. Now to the large grid. First, we're starting with the new modular bridge set, which adds 11 new blocks that allow you to create some really great looking new bridges. Which is great for me because I generally am terrible at making bridges. It even comes with a new control seat option. Just look how amazing this all looks together. They added 2 much needed truss pieces, a 90-degree bend and a diagonal piece. Now to the large grid versions of the new Gatling and rocket launcher turrets. Still pretty bulky, but much better looking. I am very happy these got an updated look. This is one of the new gates they added, the small gate tall. It is really good looking and a very welcome addition to door types. Next up, the captain's desk, another nice new interior piece that will look great in your captain's quarters. This is the second new gate, the small gate wide. I look forward to using this in my future builds. They added more bay window variations, 2 corner pieces and 2 diagonal. I haven't used the bay windows much, but this makes me want to make a build with them. And now the large grid versions of the new square pistons. I don't see myself ever using the old version of the pistons ever again with these in the game. The large grid parabolic antenna for trying to hear larger ghosts. I honestly really like these new antenna variations. Now I want to build a radar outpost. Back to Prototech blocks. The large grid Prototech thruster. This thing is massive. I love the detailing on these Prototech blocks. The little gold accents look really nice. The gigantic Prototech drill. If you didn't watch Beeblebum's video announcing this, you really should. The beginning is hilarious. Yet again, the detailing on this model is top notch. Next, we have the large grid Prototech refinery. If you watch Zero's Legion's sneak peek video, they go over the benefits of this over the default refinery. Do I have to say it again? Keen really outdid themselves designing these new blocks. This is the Prototech assembler, another upgrade over the regular assembler, and I can't wait to steal this from the Factorum. The large grid Prototech gyroscope. I love the design of this, especially how it moves. I expect to see these lining all future PvP ships. Next up, the Prototech large grid battery. This might be my favorite new design on a block. I like the glass detailing and overall look of this. On to the Prototech large grid jump drive, my second favorite design of this update. The green ring, similar to the old jump drive, just looks fantastic. We end with obviously the most important block, the inset connector. Get ready to replace all your old connectors with this one. Of all these blocks, the ones that are part of the free update are all the Prototech blocks, the 3 inset connector versions, and the flush cockpit, though you do have to subscribe to the newsletter to unlock the flush cockpit, which is just a little silly. I hope you enjoyed this video. I plan on doing a more in-depth look at these blocks soon, but really wanted a good overview of them all in a video. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.